Ladies and gentlemen, as Wrestling World Wrestling brings you an exhibition event that no one ever expected, no one ever asked for, and no one knew they wanted to see. Tonight, in the main event, the interstellar side quest-seeking nomad known as the Mandalorian squares off with the man who struggles to solve puzzles too easy for most 6-year-olds, the one, the only, Steve. So, sit down, strap on, and prepare yourselves for the cutting edge and sprite-based wrestling action. Welcome, ladies and gentlemen. I am Vance J. McMahon. And with me, as always, is Jesse, the Brain Mullet Venison. Jesse, give us your thoughts on tonight's action.
Well, McMahon, we have two titans of the TV world here, battling it out for ratings supremacy. In one corner, you have a guy who is part of a franchise that most people grew out of at about the age of 6. In the other corner, you have a guy who was on a Nickelodeon show where he talks to a blue dog. So anything can happen, but I have a hard time imagining
incredible! Let's get down to the tail of the tape and analyze what we might expect from tonight's match.
Right, I was about to get into that, McMahon. We didn't need you to interject. We were going to go right into the analysis anyway, but I digress. On one hand, we have a guy, like you said, he's an adventure-seeking interstellar nomad. He's got years of combat training. He's battled every kind of life form across the galaxy, across multiple galaxies. He has indestructible Beskar armor. Of course, in the other corner, we have Steve, who's capable of reading at a pre-K-12 level, and he talks to a blue dog. I've heard he can tie his shoes and go to the potty by himself, but it's hard for me to envision a scenario in which he defeats the Mandalorian.
Simply unbelievable! I can't wait any longer! Let's get down to ringside as the action gets set to begin! And there he is, ladies and gentlemen! The Nomad, the Adventure Seeker. No one has ever seen his face. No one knows his true name. Just who is he? The mysterious Mandalorian.
Not that no one knows his name, it's just that his name is absolutely ridiculous. Jar Jar Din Din or something like that. He's not that mysterious, McMahon. Do your homework.
You've done enough homework, you do your homework.
And there he is, the one, the only, Steve.
Why do you keep saying that, McMahon? The one and only. I've run into at least 10 Steves just today on the way to get gas. You've got Steve Miller, Steve Urkel, Scuba Steve, Steve Austin. What is the matter with you, McMahon?
He's the only one that I know. And there's the bell, and the action is on. Steve with an axe kick to the head.
Sizing each other up?
Oh, and Steve pushed right to the outside immediately. And what's this? What is this? He's bringing a chair into the ring. He can't do that. He can't do that.
You know, McMahon, the word around Rumorville is that the reason that the Mandalorian wears that helmet is to cover up his face. And the reason that he wants to cover up his face is because it was badly damaged when it was crushed by a giant in a battle to save a dwarf. Again, this is only a rumor, but it could be an X factor in this match.
And another shot to the helmet. What is he thinking here, Jesse? What could the strategy be? Punching him directly in that Beskar helmet.
He can barely spell, McMahon. Are you seriously stunned that he's not smart enough to avoid punching with his bare fists?
A one count.
Can you just shut up for 30 seconds and listen to me for once in your life,
headbutting him, and it seemed to be effective. Steve must have hands and a head of solid steel.
Well, he's about as dumb as a rock, so it wouldn't surprise me if his head was actually made of it.
Mandalorian missing with a punch. Oh, and a groin shot. That has to hurt.
What little manhood exists down there is probably pretty injured right now.
Mandalorian looking good in the opening moments of this bout. Oh, and he rolls him up though.
Oh, the nasty clothesline, and he taunts him.
Into the ropes.
And up and over. Oh,
Again with the headbutts. This is insanity.
Well, just remember there's a fine line between insanity and idiocy, and I think with Steve we might be dealing with the latter.
Steve holding more than his own here.
and he goes down. Oh, he may not have much wind left in his sails, Jesse.
Well, he may have been holding his own up until this point, but I think now we're starting to see him fade. We're going to start to see what separates the Mandos from the boys.
And another hard right-handed. Oh,
But he continues to fight back. He continues with the reversals. You can't keep this man down.
and what a stunning combination. What a stunning combination by Stunning Steve.
Stunning Steve, really? Did you come up with that one by yourself, McVan? What's next? You're going to talk about how stone cold he is?
That's the only Stunning Steve I know.
Landing right on the Mandalorian's back.
And it looks like this one is... The tides are turning here. The tides are turning. Mandalorian doesn't know where he's at. He's whiffing.
Oh, that one landed.
And he gets rolled up again.
I'm actually quite embarrassed for the Mandalorian in this one. This is way more competitive than it should be, McVan.
And another wrist lock, taking Steve down.
And another reversal by Steve. This is just
Back and forth, non-stop action. Excitement that any fan of wrestling, world wrestling, would come to expect at this stage.
Would you say it's total non-stop action, McVan?
Good point, Jesse.
I'm actually a little bit speechless at how this moron in the green sweater has managed to make this match so competitive. It's kind of unbelievable to me.
Oh my God! He can't do that! He can't do that! That's cheating! What a despicable disgrace of a human being!
I thought it was hilarious.
Unbelievable!
There's no coming back from this.
It is all over for Steve. He was shot. He shot him, Jesse. He shot him.
Are you really that surprised, McVan? I mean, we know he has guns.
Oh my
and last
goodness.
time we were here, we saw a giant virus kill Joe Biden.
It is absolutely no coming back from this. It is curtains for Steve.
I'll give Steve this. It's pretty impressive that he's still on his feet after being shot in the face. That gun must have been a piece of shit.
Another shot is it's just insult to injury now.
1, 2. Oh my God.
He got up. I can't believe it, Jesse.
I guess he's just too stupid to know when to quit.
What is keeping this man going?
Oh, beautiful drop kick out to the top rope. Oh my goodness.
Oh my God. Oh my God. He just knocked it out. He may have killed him, Jesse. He may have killed him.
Unbelievable turn of events.
Well, Jar Jar Din Din is no Navy SEAL, I'll say that.
What an amazing come-from-behind victory. Unbelievable. Where did he get it from? Where did he get it from, Jesse?
Well, I refuse to give the Blues Clues guy all that much credit for this one. Instead, I'll say that the Mandalorian is an overrated, side-questing stooge who would be better off not returning to the wrestling ring at all. Maybe if they hired Gina Carano back, they could
And that will
then
do
get
it for this evening, ladies and gentlemen.
You just saw a man almost die in the ring.
You just saw 2 men almost die in the ring. Unbelievable.
You can't expect to get this action anywhere but wrestling.
World
Wrestling.
We'll see you next week, everyone.
Great. We're all set to go find Blues Clues.